Yo, my boy, Mr. Dubronx. We got bad news. All my Charles Oliveira fans, we got bad news. Let's get right into it, man. Fuck. Coming from Ilia Trattoria, yeah, on June 28th, another dream will come true. I'll be the champion of the lightweight division. Charles, my apologies in advance. I'm just fighting for my dreams. It's unfortunate that Makachev ran away 17-0 and then he hit him with the rose. Yo, so this is for the vacant lightweight for International Fight Week. We're also going to talk about International Fight Week because there's some banger fights on that card. So I ain't gonna lie, Islam low key kind of ducked. He kind of ducked Taporia. I'm not gonna lie. Charles jumps the line over Arman after losing to Arman and then going 5 rounds with Michael Chandler. But Paddy Pimblett just finished Michael Chandler. But I know they got to make the fight real quick. I think they should have done Charles versus Paddy. And then the winner of that could fight Taporia. But damn, bro. If y'all look what I commented, I said, damn, I love Charles. Don't KO him. Grapple him, brother. Grapple him. I know a lot of people are underestimating Ilya's grappling skills. I think he should really go out here and grapple. Nah. If Ilya knocks out Volk, Max, and Charles back to back to back, bro, this man is a problem. Oliveira has got dropped a lot in his fights before, man. He's kind of chinny. He even got dropped. He even got dropped against Michael Chandler in that 5th round and almost got finished. If Ilya I can't even imagine the power he's gonna have at 155, not draining his body. If Ilya touches Charles, Charles lights is going out, man. So I need Charles shooting for dear life during this fight. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna have to grapple Ilya, brother. Charles is bigger, which might end up working out. You might be able to overpower him, you know what I'm saying? In the grappling, in the wrestling, striking, the grappling. Shout out Bilal Muhammad. I'm nervous for Charles. My 4 favorite fighters are Khabib, Islam, Ilya, and Charles. So I'm like watching 2 of my favorite fighters. I don't want either of them. I don't want either of them to lose, but I also don't want to see Charles get knocked out unconscious because he's going against Mister I take up boxing at 17 and I box better than everybody in the UFC. Boy's got a different kind of talent when it comes to boxing. I need Charles to shoot for dear life. Man, this is going to be a banger fight, though. In the past, Charles has struggled with the brothers. Islam submitted in the 2nd round. Arman just dominated him with the wrestling and had Charles on the back foot looking scared. And beat the brakes off him in the 2nd round with all them nasty elbows he was landing on Charles. Now he's going against Mr. Brother with all the aura right now. Damn. Let's talk about the card though. All right, so we talked about Ilya versus Charles. It's your main event, co-main event. Alexander Pantoja versus Kai France. Alexander Pantoja coming off of submitting Kaya Sakura in the 2nd round, and Kai France coming off of knocking out Steve Usyk in the 1st round with a big gnarly overhand like Josh Emmett style. Who do I got in this fight? Obviously, I'm going with the champ, Alexander Pantoja. I think he's gonna take. He's gonna wrestle the fuck out of Kai France. I hope it's not a Brandon Royval type of grappling. I hope he kind of tries to go for the finish and don't just smudge him into the canvas. Kai France, I hope you're a takedown defense. You better be training with Craig Jones like JDM and Volt. I hope you better get that grappling right because Alexander Pantoja is coming. Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov. What's Paulo Costa's last fight? Was that the Strickland fight? Damn, he's coming off the Strickland. Yeah, Paulo Costa's got to redeem himself after the Strickland fight, after he's running from pillow hands Sean Strickland the entire time. Before that, though, he had a banger fight with Robert Whitaker. Like, that was one of the best fights of the year. And then Mr. Roman Kopylov. Who was his last fight? Fuck, I can't even remember. I know Fluffy Hernandez choked him out and was doing this shit. Anthony Hernandez is a dog, bro. And then I know he beat that Brazilian striker. If the Paulo Costa that showed up against Sean Strickland, though, shows up, I'm taking Roman. Benil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. Benil hasn't been in there since Armand knocked him out cold. Renato coming off and getting choked out in the 1st round. I don't even know who to pick in that fight. Why are these heavyweight blobs ahead of Brandon Royval and Brandon Royval versus Manel Kape? The winner of this fights the winner of the flyweight championship fight. Um, Manel Cape coming off two finishes. Brandon Royval, I think he had that war with God, I can't say that Asian man's name. Fuck, y'all know what I'm talking about though. That was a war. That was a really good fight. Manel Cape absolutely had one of the Matrix performances against Bruno Silva. So I'm excited for this fight. Who do I got in this? Brandon Royval is really tough as fuck. So I don't think Manel Cap is going to finish him. I think this will go the full 3 rounds. Will Manel Cop though put on a performance or will? Because sometimes he can be kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. Like the fight he had with Muhammad, I think that's his name, that got kicked out the UFC. And then I watched his fight against Alexander Pantoja, and that shit was boring. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen right there. And we got Mr. Crafty Vet, Jack Hermanson, who was kicking the fuck out of Joe Piper's calf. Like, when was that, 2 years ago? This man, Jack Hermanson, never fights against, what do they call him? Robot? Robocop Gregory Rodriguez, who just got finished by Jared Cannonier. Damn, Jared Cannonier is a tough motherfucker. Um, who am I going with that fight, bro? I'm going with the Crafty Vet, Jack Hermanson, bro. Wait, are none of these dudes ranked? Man, they took Jack out the. How is Paulo Costa ranked? But bro, I can't even remember the last time Paulo Costa won a fight, and he's ranked. And you know what else got announced? Woo! Wee! This is what we've been waiting for. Here we go. UFC 319. Where's UFC 319 at though? In Chicago. Wow, this is in America. Damn. Should I catch a flight to this? We got DDP versus brother smash everybody, kill everybody. Khamzat Chimaev, UFC 319. When is this? August 16th? Okay, at the United Center. Yeah, so this is Chicago. Oh, man. Who are we going with this? DDP is a dog. Doesn't back down from anyone. Tough as fuck. Great gas tank. Khazmat is going to put that pressure on him immediately. And I don't think DD's going to back down. And DDP, I saw in an interview say, yeah, I mean, he's going to try to wrestle. So we're going to wrestle for the first round. But what's he going to look like after that? That's what I'm saying. But no one makes it out the first round. So this is I don't know who to pick. I'm gonna have to sit and think about this fight, but I'm super excited for this fight. This is the fight we've been waiting for. We thought this was gonna be International Fight Week. Who did I say? I think I heard another YouTuber say, I can't remember which one, that Khazmat never fights. So if he wins, he's gonna fight once a year, and then that's gonna hold up the division, which is a good point. DDP seems like he's a little bit more active, a little bit more wanting to fight. So yeah, super excited for this. DDP coming off for absolutely obliterating Sean Strickland for 5 rounds. Sean Strickland didn't win 1 round. And then Cosmo after choking out Robert Whitaker. Islam ducking the fuck out of Ilya. I think it. What happened to Islam being, I fight whoever there is, it doesn't matter, just sign. But Khabib was putting that shit in his head, talking about this is not a real contender. He has to prove himself. How does he have to prove himself? He just knocked out. He's just coming off and knocking out the two featherweight goats. What else is there to prove? Islam, I can't believe you, brother. You're going to 170. Um, I don't know if you want them problems at 170 with Mr. JDM, bro. After we saw that takedown defense, even though Bilal didn't shoot as hard and as aggressive as Islam is gonna shoot, Islam, you had a hard time taking down Dustin Poirier. How the fuck are you gonna take down JDM? I know Islam had staff. Islam's one of my favorite fighters. I feel like I'm talking shit. Islam's one of my favorite fighters. But dude, I maybe the Ilya to Poirier would have been an easier fight than JDM. Because if he got Ilya to the ground, I think it's going to be a lot easier to finish Ilya on the ground than it's going to be able to finish Jack. We just saw what Jack does. Jack gets his ass up. He's not chilling on the ground with you, bro. He's a big guy, too. Islam's finally going to fight someone his size. I don't know what Jack walks around with. That'd be a good question. Someone in the comments let me know what Jack walks around at. I think Jack's about 5'11", Islam 5'10". Islam walks around 190. When are they gonna fight though? That's what I want to know. Islam's one of those low key, takes his time with his title defenses. I'm glad. This is what I want to say. Shout out to UFC for making Islam vacate. You got to get your ass out of here because If you're going up to 170, ain't no way you're gonna cut back down to 155 after you struggle with those weight cuts. So I'm glad they did that. They gave him the same treatment Topuria did. You ain't gonna sit here and play around. What division are you in, bro? You gotta stay there. If you made it this far through the video, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, comment. Let me know what y'all got going on in y'all mind. We out.
I'm him, I can tell you from the jump, I'm a different breed. Bought a new tech, free shot, no referee. I ain't gon' force, not shit, I'ma let it be. White gold shining, diamonds red like the 7 Seas.